Good evening everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I will be showing you how to recreate this beautiful design here. But before that, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been engaging with my post on the community tab. I think a few days ago there was a poll on which design to do first, and yes, the design with the highest vote has been selected, which is this one right here. Taking that video and I'll be uploading it tomorrow, but this is just a quick video. My battery is almost dead. I just want to make this one sharp. So let's get started. So I have here my blocks on a half scale, making use of my half scale ruler. I have my front and my back, but please ensure that your front is on a full scale because we are making an asymmetric design. You all know what I'll do already. I start by raising my underarm point, drawing my desired style line like so. Start by tightening my dart and extending my dart leg like so. If you want to have an eyelet at the back, please go ahead and make all your style lines. Now heading over to the front, you have to determine how deep you want your neckline to be. This also will determine how exposed you want your cleavage to be. I'm going to do my overbust tightening by increasing my dart by 100%. If you are familiar with my tutorials, you know how this is done. Now for my dart here, I'm just going to input one more style line. Now you can have as many style lines as you want, but for this design this is just fine. You can decide to share it equally or not equally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce my waist dart by subtracting from it and adding some to that other style line like so. So I have my new dart position which has been reduced. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my underbust line. For me, the distance between my underbust and my waist is actually 2 inches, so I have marked like so. What I'm going to do next is just to do my underbust tightening. Now if you have watched my previous videos, you will see clearly how I explained how to do your underbust tightening. Now for you to do your underbust tightening, you have to note down 1/4 of your underbust circumference as well as what you have on your pattern on the underbust line. And you have to find the difference between what you have on your pattern and 1/4 of your underbust measurement. Now oftentimes what you have on your pattern is always bigger than your actual measurement, so the excess value is what you will share on those dart leg. But please ensure that the dart closer to the center front does not have too much dart, so as to avoid having a shortage of the distance between your first dart position and your center front, especially in your underbust region. And the next thing is to draw the neckline region. What you need to do is to close the dart so that you will be able to draw the neckline. Other times you may need to slash from the hem so that the dart will be able to close. But the other way around it is, if you do not want to slash, is for you to pick your ruler after we have determined how deep you want your neckline to be and draw a straight line touching the dart. Measure the distance between your nipple point and where the straight line touches the dart. Whatever your value is, mark it on the second dart leg. You can actually fold your dart to ensure that that value correlates. Now for the other style line close to the armhole, please do your tightening at the upper part. 1/4 inch on both sides is actually fine to avoid gaping. And the other thing you have to do at the hem line is you can do your tightening of 1.5 cm on both sides. Remember, with the Natalie Brain method, you actually had 3 centimeter ease on the hem line. Now you have to chew all your darts. Remember, we don't have pointed edges on our body. Center front here, it goes up. You have a pointed edge here, so if you have something like this that comes maybe a little bit, you have to measure how far you want it away from the center front. Probably 1 or 2 inches is fine, and you bring it straight down. Whatever, how wide you want it away from the center front. So let's assume I'm going by, let me say 2 inches. 2 inches is fine. 2 inches is 5 centimeters. Wow, 5 centimeters is exactly here. You can decide to measure all the way down and you will connect like so. This is the first style line that I have. Let me just make use of a marker to make it bold. If you want it to go higher, the choice is all yours. Okay, now from here you may have to, this is the waistline, initial waist position that I wanted here for the back, but I think I may need to raise it a little bit higher so that I can have, let me raise it by 7 cm or probably 6. Okay, then so I can have something like this. Okay, then for the back I just need to redraw. I think I did 6, 5. Okay, then from here all the way back to wherever, or you can even take it higher. It doesn't have to be low, doesn't really have to be. Okay, now coming back to this side, I've done all my tightening, I have drawn my style line. Now whatever gap you want between here, probably I want a gap of probably 1 inch or an opening of 1 inch or more. Remember, this is a quarter scale, half scale pattern, so it looks very small and tight. You have to determine how wide do you want the opening. Remember, the eyelet will be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10. 10 is just fine. Now how wide do you want the opening to be? Probably, let me just put a little opening. Okay, let me just put a little opening, and I'm going to pull across like so. I do not want my opening to get to my dart. If you are drafting on a bigger scale, you will have a wider space. Okay, so I don't want this style line to get to the dart. Just assume that at this junction here, there's still a little bit dart between my style line. There's a little bit more space between my style line and my dart position. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this, and I'm going to trace out all my style lines using a tracing wheel, so that I'm going to have exactly what I have on this side at the other side. I'm going to do it now, and I'll show you what I have. Alright, I'm sorry I'm actually rushing this video. It's just that my battery is on 4% and I'm trying to finish this video before the phone shuts down. Alright, this is what I have now. This is what I have on the other side. I'm sure you know all this already. Your 100% tightening, raising this and all that. So this is what I have here. Now for this other side, when I open it out, I have traced it out, and this is what I have. So here, this is my dart. I've raised my hammer, as you can see. Now when I looked at the original design, probably I'll just bring it up on the screen again. Now you can see that on the left side, just look at it for like a minute, or no, 10 seconds. Now this is what we have. You could see that the other style line seems to be passing through the nipple line. Okay, now this is from the bust line. I think I used how many inches? I raised it up by whatever it is. Now the left side is a little bit shorter, so I can just leave it like this, because it's shorter to the other side. So I can go with something like this. Okay, so from here I will go with this. So this is the highest point on the right side, and this will be the highest point on the left side. You can make the distance closer depending on what you want. Now looking at the design, it seems as if the style line followed this line. Okay, and every other place here was opened. You know, you can decide to go with it like that, and every other place here was opened. Then you have your eyelet here. Now I'm just using a pencil because I would definitely erase this. Then you have your eyelet here. Okay, so you can just leave it like this. Cut out this line, cut out this line, follow out this line. Then you have your eyelet on this position. Okay, and the other thing you can do is, if you don't want it to be that way, the other thing you can do is, remember this is the other side of the dart, so you can decide to just do from here to here 1 inch. So you can see I have a little space here, cut from here. But the problem I had was, because I used the marker, I don't really have any space here. Okay, any space here, and I cannot erase. So the other thing you can do is, when you have this side, if this is part B of your bustier, your part A can be like, maybe just measure 1 inch away, so that this will join with this part. Okay, so I can still join it. But since this pattern is messed up, let me just cut it out with only using this style line, only using this side, and all of here will be like space. Everything here will be the space, everything here will be the space. But the other thing I noticed was that for this side, this left side is a little bit more pointy than the right side. But remember, for a start, we have a common hemline by the side. I came up by 5 centimeters, which is like this. So this one can come all the way more pointy, like so, all the way to this point. And this one I can still raise it to go a little bit higher, like so. I'm sorry this pattern is messed up. I'm just trying to rush before my phone shuts down, and let me just cut out like so. As you're cutting out, please ensure that you threw all the darts, especially at the hemline, to avoid having shortages. And this is how it looks like. Sorry, my phone eventually did shut down. Thank you for watching. Bye.